So I like to talk about spirituality and how these things kind of like developed in my life. It started a little bit like it started in the 90s. I had done like a 2 months backpack tour by myself through Indonesia in 96. And at the end of the trip, I got kind of sick. I was just hadn't slept enough, and the one time I ate something wrong, and I discovered that night that I was able to heal myself. I at some point I just told myself the food poisoning is gone. Just lay down, and I just started like putting my hands on my stomach and started visualizing like silver blue lights coming out, and the warmth that came out of my hands, and I felt better after 10 minutes. My stomach started to calm down and settle, and so that was the first time that I can remember that I could actually heal myself. And years later, I discovered that my grandmother had the gift of like foreseeing things. She just was, I don't know, I forgot when she was born. I think the 40s. Sorry, I don't remember. But I do know it was a tough time, and money was tight. There was a depression going on. And she was a small child, and she had predicted that her dad had, where he had lost his wallet on the bike home. And it was Friday, and it was payday, and people really needed the money. And she knew where the wallet was, and she had also warned somebody about a fire in the house. She could see a fire starting somewhere, and instead of people being like graceful and thankful about it, full of gratitude, she was called the devil's child, and she had to stop telling people. I mean, imagine that you are in a place where you have a gift, and instead of being grateful that you are helping people and saving possibly lives, especially with the fire, that she was being punished and called the devil's child. That's just awful. And so yeah, she also said to me after Grandpa passed that she often would feel him like laying down next to her in the bed and falling asleep next to her for years. And that was just comforting to her. It was not scary, or she was not freaking out about it. And I never really felt that spirits were evil or bad. I've had some crazy experiences, and I was curious more than scared, and I've had situations where I felt uncomfortable, or when I had to ask them to leave, because most of the times when I would see them, I understood that later, was when I had to do something. I had to help out. Even a person or an animal was sick, or a spirit had experienced a traumatic event and died, and was because they are in shock. They were not able to to get to the light, or they were scared. They did not have the proper guidance or preparation for death. And yeah, I mean, the experience of seeing someone dying, or having to let go of that person is horrible, and it's sad. But I still feel, and I often say that spirits have always been kind and respectful to me. I, knock on wood, I've never had a poltergeist happening. Yeah, there are many stories I would like to share with you. And yeah, I don't know where to start. Hold a second, let me just think for a moment.